All right, thank you for joining us tonight's broadcast. It's Wednesday night. I guess it's the last week of February. So, all right, blessings and much healing for Asia and the rest of the world, of course. All right, take care. And here we go. We do messages and then Q&A. All right, here we go. Blessings. Greetings. We are the Archangel Collective. There are planets of Archangel energies, angelic beings that are warning about worlds such as yours. We get challenged, and we have third dimensional worlds that we go through to understand yours. We let your imagination run with that, as there are places where we see many worlds at once, and we can experience them at once also. Souls that want to ascend but without have to reincarnate, you can through Archangel energy. It is, and you are feeling the Earth's vibration. Sometimes you feel too much of it, so you go gradually. And some do lose their power, you regain it. It's not an easy process. Metatron's gone through this many times. It's kind of like going, if you don't want to look at going to battle, but it's kind of like your army in some ways. But it's not like that, but there are different levels of it. We won't call it combat, but it kind of is. And many souls that get pulled into Archangel energy, of course, is by choice. Many do get caught into lower astral for a long time, and they want to be healed. Now they learn a great deal of the lower astral realms, and this could be thousands of years, can be millions of years when they're there. But then you want to take that knowledge and bring light to it and heal others that have been going through what they went through. So this is a new energy. We'll bring this through in your future time, but this is give an idea of the other realms connected to your Earth. Let's see. Greetings to you. We are the Atlanteans. Our form of what we look like is up to you, what you feel. There are many different types. There are insectoid type of Atlanteans. There are fish-like Atlanteans, or even sun being Atlantean beings, meaning they have a higher dimensional power. There's a lot of diversity there. Not all of them are here at once, but there are different types of Atlantean beings that are connected to your world that you'll begin to understand over time. As you, unravel your Earth. Some of you might feel Atlantean energy of maybe had 3 eyes instead of 2, or just 1 eye as a Cyclops being. As we are experimentals, we experiment just like you do. We experiment with our own DNA, as many beings do. So, and your Zetas are very connected to the infrastructure of who you are. They kind of made their presence strong here, as you can see. And not ready to reveal everything. So we're here to assist you with your questions whenever you're ready.
Hello, greetings, Atlanteans.
Brings you.
And thank you for coming in. Up first this evening, we have Logan.
Greetings.
Yes, brings you.
Hello. My first question today is, what are some of my connections with the Atlanteans on this earth?
It's a telepathic connection. It's during your time of infancy, you're very connected to. You have a version of yourself on another version of Earth, where our energies are more known to your society. Also, the planets. Our planets are very much of a scientific energy. There's different realms of Atlantean or scientific. There's just biology. There's all these different types of sciences and worlds that we're connected to. You're part more of the science world from what we're seeing. Of course, biology is a science, but there's different types of sciences that you're connected to. Mostly, it's the DNA connection with other worlds of how they all interconnect. We'll just leave you with that. Blessings.
Thank you. My second question is, are there any messages from my guides?
You're wanting to open up your third eye from what we see. We see it is wishing to open up more your senses, but not too soon. But I feel like during this year, but definitely the following years, you feel more sensitivity that's around you and connecting to your guides and others. But you first have to connect to your guides first. As you are, but the connection you're still learning. So, blessings.
Thank you.
Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Up next, we have Humberto.
Hello there.
Greetings to you.
Greetings. My first question, I wanted to know when you see me getting the appointment to sign the papers for my new apartment. Like just like an estimate. Like I don't know.
A couple months or sooner. A couple months, maybe it's not 100%, but possibly a couple months. It's in the works, as you know.
Okay.
We're not given a definite time period. So time frame.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so my second question, any messages for me at this moment?
Well, you're warning. Yes, you're warning how to open. Know your own energies, even time frame, timing. You'll be able to tap into that. You slowly are warning that. Of course, that's always timelines are always shifting, but such as when your new apartment opens up, you'll get more of an indication when that's occurs. So it's okay to tap into that. What do you feel from it? It's a healthy way of opening up your abilities and other things too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're in a year of opening up more of your sensitivity, understanding it more.
Mm-hmm. So. I sense perhaps a week.
Yes, and you can follow that then.
Yes.
They're not giving us an indication complete.
Okay. Yeah, that's
blessings.
Fine. So blessings to you. Good night.
Thank you. Blessings. Up next, we have Daria.
Hey there.
Yes, greetings.
I didn't catch who it was.
Oh, we are the Atlanteans. Greetings.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. I catched it anyway. Greetings. So what do you look like? Like before I ask questions, because you were mentioning.
Oh, we look Palladian looking, like blue Palladian energies. We are aquatic too. We can't go underwater, but we don't have fins or anything like that.
Cool. Okay. Any messages for me to you?
You're saying when we see you, or the words we're getting from your guides, you tear up timelines, shut them down. You scan them constantly. What your has to do with even the Earth's origins, even some of that of the past has been kind of hidden and you, I believe, maybe not consciously or aware, but you know, your higher being knows of the Earth's history, but a lot of that was, as you know, faded out for various reasons, and you're involved with that. It's like they don't deserve that to know that anymore. Obviously, they can know if they're willing to figure it out. Most chose not to, of course.
Yeah, because I know something has to do with the salvation process, also with items and like old stuff too.
Yes.
That's what I got from like distant information, whatever, cryptic, but other messages that could be beneficial for constantly scanning my timelines.
Well, you also see rehabilitating archon beings, and that male energy that you're around right now, you're kind of rehabilitating that one. It's funny though. This male energy is more like an old lady though. As you could probably see that. So kind of like an old lady trying to show off as a male energy, but when you see its actions, it looks more like an old lady. So, and you see that often. Those that look real buff and all attractive are far from it when you go to their origins. So
I was like wondering what kind of furniture he was. Was he a chair?
carpet.
Okay.
He's not a chair. He didn't make it to that level. He's a carpet.
Oh, damn.
Sometimes
Okay.
designer
A rug.
carpet.
Like,
Yeah, maybe a rug. He's designer carpet. He's not made it to a chair. He's not at that level. A chair is a big deal, actually, and a bed's a big deal. Chairs are really big deals, as you know.
Okay, gotcha.
To get to that level, you're moving up in the world.
Nice. Thank you so much, and have an awesome channeling. Bye.
Very cool. Thank you. Up next, we have Emmy.
Hi.
Yes.
I was just wondering if you guys have any messages for me.
Yes, you're unlocking. Yeah, you're unlocking timelines. You are doing job creation within yourself, but I feel like a lot of independent job creation is going to come through. What you're looking for on the outside, of course, can't go into details publicly, but what you are looking for will come through. But yes, you're doing a lot of self-healing. As you know, you're also very connected to water. You're like an aquatic being in your past incarnations. I'm not sure how you are with water these days, but you were very much into water in the
next
past.
to the water, and I always end up somewhere next to the water. So
Yes, that's a power source.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even a pool can give you energy. Even a faucet can give you energy, technically. Well, think of this too: a reality where you can go non-physical and then turn into water itself. I wouldn't even say go into the pipes and all of that and find yourself somewhere else. If you really want to go further into that. So, something to think about.
Do you guys have any other messages for me, or are there any other beings that are coming through that have anything to say to me?
Well, yeah, your psychic abilities are getting stronger. Gradually, it is no need to power them up, too forcefully, but you're doing a lot of self-healing now. Forgiveness lifetimes from past lives where you're not too proud of events that occurred, either that you did it or someone else did it. You're still healing past life connections here. There's a lot of stuff you know a lot of warlords in the past, apparently. And you can kind of see that here in some ways. So, all right, that was a little bit cryptic. That's all we got.
Thank you so much.
Well, to give you an understanding of your history, lineage, look at the Mad Max world. You come from a world like that.
Those are my dreams, like all the time. It's like some kind of Mad Max scenario.
Yeah, Mad Max is where it's
like or something. It's always
there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot there that has not been healed. That's why you go there. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, I have Omran's questions. He asked me to read those for him. His first question: is there any message from Krishna to me?
You're going through a self-forgiveness energy. Interesting. You forgive other beings that are not kind to others. Even those that have been destructive to others, you've seen to heal the situations. And sometimes you take on the karma on yourself. You don't do that here. The other realities where you do, where these people did not deserve it or whatever it might be. It's just circumstances that people don't always understand, especially when magic is misused. Sometimes you take that magic and bring it to yourself so others don't get affected by it. So you get affected by it instead. So you're going to a new layer of yourself. You came to this world to bring balance to it, of course. Using your own magic abilities. Blessings.
Thank you, blessings. His second question: what could my higher self be possibly doing now, and where would he be?
Magic once again. Connecting to the sun. Not necessarily your sun, but sun energies. Always within the sun. Always inside of a sun. And that's once again where magic is created. Consciousness, different realities, and go inside of a sun and see millions of different realities at once. So your spirit world is pretty much a sun, you can say. So he bounces to different places, different realities, constantly moving to see what he can learn to bring back to you. He brings it back very small here because this world can't handle it. But anytime you get an idea of something, a lot of it came from another universe from what we're seeing. Blessings.
Very interesting. Blessings. Up next, we have Retro.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
Are there any messages for me?
You have a strong connection with water. Also, we use it for ships, for even like a water ship, basically be run on water. Your connection to this earth. Yeah, there's a lot of Atlantean energies you're still healing, a lot of Atlantean energies that you're protecting here also, that are hidden, mostly in Agartha.
Mm-hmm.
So you're, aquatic Atlantean being something, if you wish to connect with that. Most likely, Poseidon's a good example. So, something to dive into if you wish. Lessons.
Second question is, can you tell me about the Atlantean connections to like Russia or ancient Russia?
Yeah, there's a lot of hidden. A lot of the is Atlantean Martian aquatic vibrations there of. There's a lot of basically Russia isn't what it seems to be as many of you. It's like a hidden empire, as you can see. It's not a place that many go visiting. So a lot of your Illuminati energies are there. Pretty much everything is there, but hidden. So even your Arabs are there hidden. So it's kind of like a no man's land. It's like you really trust this place. It's not supposed to be the most safest place. It is in certain areas if you know what you're doing. But all through Russia is pretty much your entire planet. Like where it's being set up and everything.
Interesting.
There's always much more, but there is an Atlantean temple in near Moscow. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I felt that, and also connected to the Urals too, some things around there. Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Blessings.
Hey, blessings. Thank you. Up next, we have Steven.
Hello, Atlanteans.
Greetings to you.
Greetings. How are you doing?
Doing well. Thank you.
Thank you. Much love. It's awesome that you actually mentioned Poseidon, because I was actually gonna ask about if you could tap into my Atlantean connections. I just wanted to just know more about it, and if Poseidon comes into play with my connections with that energies in Atlantis. Thank you.
Well, I realize you're part of an ancient group that created or assisted the creation of the Nordic being. I believe you're a feline at the time. So the Nordic human is controversial. It tried to take over other races, but that was kind of known. It kind of went rogue in some ways. It's kind of like a Frankenstein monster in some regard. But that's something that you're still the Nordic being is still being natured. And you say Poseidon kind of lost his mind in some ways, depending on what reality you're connected to. But yeah, Poseidon is one that you watch quite a bit because it did kind of spread a lot of the Nordic energies. But it's also a protector of the sea, but also at the end it became not so much that as the seas became dangerous. So that's not always Poseidon's fault though. So it's humans made their choice to go in that direction. Long story with that. Listen.
Sweet. Thank you. And just leave it open for my second question. Any beings in any of my family like to connect? Thank you.
Well, yes, you're very connected to Mother Mary, as you're like a protector of her when she came to this earth. So you still are. So it's one that you guided here as an angelic energy. And you're still with her today. Her presence has never left the earth. Because healing those that are in love triangle situations or emotions, she's very emotional. She heals emotion. So yeah, if you ever feel Mother Mary's energy, definitely that's kind of part of yours, you could say.
Thank you. Blessings.
Very nice. Up next, we have Tristan.
Greetings.
Greetings to you.
One of the things I'm doing these days is trying to be as much as myself as I can be. And do you have any ideas of how I can tell within me what is me and what is others, in terms of how I adapt to where others are around me, and it's not actually who I am?
Well, yeah, when you're around people, sometimes you channel their guides. So as you're having a conversation with someone, you're channeling their guides. That's not always, but if there's a certain message that goes to them from you, that means that you're just channeling their guide just for a moment. Doesn't mean you're doing it all the time. It comes and goes. So you can even be at the grocery store and channel somebody's guides there. Or actually, you probably do. So it's more common than you might think. Yeah, you can recognize it too. You can probably feel like this is not my energy. So yeah. So
that makes.
Yeah, everybody's kind of. Yeah, it's your warning from them. Their warning. It's all for our highest good, though, as you know. So it's not all the time. Most of the time, it's you. So that's nice.
Nope, that makes sense. And then just any messages.
You come from like what I see is like a glow light. You also been connected to like an angelic insectoid beings that light up that are not on our planet.
Oh,
like a light being. Yeah. Insects they don't get the best name.
Insects have angelic. They're angelic.
Oh yes, of course. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that tells you how far away from your world is from.
Yes.
From you get more astral insects here all the time, so you get a little bit of everybody. But insects can be like the butterflies. One example. There's others. But think of like an insect being in the sky, very harmonious little light. It's like having a sun in the sky. They can be very positive. On your world, they will appear like having like a little light energy, like a little light flying around. And some are like that. But think of a higher dimension energy. That's what you're connected to. They don't really have a name. You can call them whatever you want. But it's an energy. It's just part of one of your incarnation cycles. It's like if you're a light, like even like a light of a room, it's like they like being in that position of lighting, bring light to people. So, but think of like a being that does that. So, something to tap into.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, we see you, going on visiting worlds like that. Kind of like you see fairies that have a lot of positive energy around it. Yeah, you can have that too, but you have different connections of that. So, right.
Very good. Blessings.
Yeah, that's a cool visual.
Yes.
All right. Up next, I have Braden's questions. He asked me to read those. His first question: do the Atlanteans have any messages for me?
Yes, you have the energy of stopping time. Now, how much of that you can slow down time and speed it up? They might not always be conscious of it, but if the day goes longer than it normally would, it's probably because you had something to do with it. Because you need it longer for some reason. So like time seems like it's gone still in some ways. So or some days go fly by. That has a purpose for it. So we'll just leave it with that. That's
Wish I had that ability sometimes at work. I do. His second question: am I still on path to be in a high political position later on life? For example, prime minister or something like that.
That's up to you. Oh yeah, the timelines are wide open. Anything's possible. Yeah, just keep going forward. Yes, anything's possible. Blessings.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Blessings. Up next, we have James.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
Can you tell me about your Atlantean connections, abilities, and any messages from you guys?
Well, yes, you do a lot of healing abilities, healing the earth, Mother Earth's energies. They're not really going. You're also known to be hidden. Usually, you're not usually. You being here in the physical is really rare. You're normally in a fourth dimensional reality or fifth dimension. In fourth dimension, you can handle that pretty well. You can handle fourth dimension better than a lot of fourth dimensional beings. But in the physical reality, it's not something that I don't feel like you do very often. So in the physical, you're just absorbing a lot of vibrations. So in your Atlantean lineages, a lot of it's hidden right now. You are very connected to the hierarchy in different ways. I'm not showing what exactly, but I think some of you went against for obvious reasons because some of them weren't exactly the most positive one. You know, they had their moments. Blessings.
Let's see. You tell me what regions or cities or places on Earth that have the most of that Atlantean energy?
Everywhere. Different. It all depends on the person to connect with it. We're everywhere. We never went away. We're just told we're not here. But you can go to any water source, a lake, a ocean. You feel our energies there, but we can be anywhere, anytime. We're very connected to Agartha. So technically we never left. We just went behind the scenes. So, blessings.
I see. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we have Colin.
Greetings, Atlanteans.
Greetings to you.
Hi. I'm wondering if you and your collective have any messages for me.
Interesting. You came here as a forgiveness energy, but we mentioned some of that with someone else too. But I heard to we feel your energy very strong with Mother Mary's energy to kind of stabilize her vibration here when she was here on Earth. Basically, she was to bring in something like a Jesus. She needed all the help she can get. Basically, everyone, like an army of angels, you can say. And I believe you were one of them. You're still with her at this time. For those that find the true energy of Mother Mary and of the Earth itself, so you're basically connected to the metaphysical energies. Like you are the metaphysical energy, as you probably already know that. It's like when people tap into that, almost like they're tapping into you.
Huh. Okay. And I've noticed, yeah, my second question is going to be something about message from my guides, but maybe I can refine it a little bit. The last few weeks have been pretty difficult, and then this week I've noticed just being a little bit off, and I'm a therapist and run groups and stuff, and I've noticed that I've had kind of a negative or difficult interactions with people and kind of caused harm in one case, like totally unintentionally, but I'm just noticing like an energy shift in my field, and I'm wondering if there's any messages around that.
Well, it's more of you being attacked. Yeah, from the lower astral. It's not necessarily you, but those in your group are being attacked. It's coming through them, affecting you. So you're already connecting more to your higher source. Just this will pass as a test.
Okay.
Some beings are trying to take your power. They won't be able to do that. But it is, yeah, because you're getting more source energies coming into the earth, and there's beings here from lower astral here to slow it down. So it's just a bump in the road. That's all.
I see.
Probably feels more than that, but yeah,
It always does.
It's there to drain you completely, as you can see. But just keep going forward. You will get your energy back. Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like being. I want to say it's kind of like being stabbed in some ways. It does feel that way.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It'll pass.
All right. Well, thanks for your time. Blessings.
Yeah, I can relate to that though. Thank you again. Next we have Dragon.
Hello, how you doing?
Yes, greetings.
So a lot of, I think the jury's still out on whether we're gonna manifest Atlantis in the past or not, or at least some version of Atlantis in the past or not. You know, some people believe it strongly. Other people don't believe in it at all. Some people think it was just part of Greece way back or whatever. And you know, I have my own opinion that Atlantis is an alternate reality, and that there probably is some evidence manifest already in our reality that places Atlantis in the past because people believe in it. But Atlantis has many different versions as well, from my perspective. And you know, some people say it was a failed experiment or whatever, but I don't think that's the case. I think that there's versions of Atlantis that are still going strong, and they're kind of, some of them are strongly connected with us, and they're still growing with us, and it'll be that those versions of Atlantis will be successful, just as we're kind of floundering, and eventually we'll succeed in what we're doing as well. I had a question about Atlantis and Lemuria or Mu. It seems like there's some more overlap with Atlantis and Mu than there is with our realities, and I was wondering if you could talk about that more. How you guys interacted? You were different parts of the Earth, but you were global civilizations. So how'd that all work out?
Well, yes. Well, you will discover more Atlantean energies, but it'll be modernized. Like you see our footprint or where we are, and yes, we are in another dimension at this time. We always were. So yes, we're not exactly part of the fourth dimensional existence. We are, but we aren't, but we are. Because our remnants, our technologies are still here. So during Lemurian, yeah, we're more like the technology powerhouse, you can say. Lemuria was more connected to Mother Earth. Atlantis is more of like the brain kind of running the Earth, you can say. Preparing it for a third dimensional experience. But also allowing humans to figure themselves out when they were being developed. Make their own choices. Of course, sometimes the children take out the parent. That's pretty much what happened. Or the parent became worse than the child. However we look at it, we got tested big time. It was more than we can even handle, and many parents go through that now. So the hardships in the past is still going on now, as many families are still going through a lot of hell. And it's basically, you know, Atlanteans and the children. So the parents are kind of like the Atlantean energy, and the children are kind of like the human. It still has that idea system still going on. So.
And Atlantis was kind of masculine, more masculine direction than feminine compared to mu, but more balanced masculine, feminine than
Yes.
our reality is.
Oh yeah, it had more feminine than masculine at the time, but then it balanced itself. And you say during that balance, that's when it came unbalanced. But
As far as technology goes, mu was more earth-focused, use psychism and natural
yes, crystals,
manifestation, and then
yes,
Atlantis was more technological focused. It just wasn't as pervasive. The technology wasn't as pervasive in everyday life as it was in our reality.
Yes, it is. It was a tool, but it wasn't like how you have it today. No, it wasn't like that. Because humans can do a lot on their own. Teleports, whatever it might be. Not every human had that, but quite a few of them did.
Yeah, I wonder why I have psychic abilities when I can count on my fingers practical use. Cases I've had practical use of them. It just seems like a waste, but whatever.
Oh, you're going through more of the intellectual. That's why.
Yeah.
There's something there that you're healing. That's part of the Zeta side of yourself too. So
do you have any? Oh, sorry.
Yes, go ahead.
Do you have any messages for me?
One moment. Oh, your guides aren't always agreeing with each other on what to say for us to say. But basically, it does feel like a lot of times you're guiding yourself. Sometimes you don't get along with your guides, so you do your own thing, but you do bring in some of their suggestions every once in a while, but some of it you just kick back to them. But you're kind of running your own show. They bring you assistance here and there, but it seems like you're searching for something, but they're not saying what. Of course, they're not going to say that here, but just keep doing what you're doing. Kind of keeping it general on that front. But yeah, your guides, you seem like you get in their way. I wouldn't say you get in their way, but you kind of get in their business too, which is interesting. So,
yeah, I guess I'm searching for the opportunity to do what I came here to do, but it hasn't really been presented to me yet.
And the guides aren't always giving you what information you're looking for. It's like, what good are you guys?
In the meantime, I just do what I do, and
yes,
there's nothing else you can do but live, right?
Right.
All right. Well, thanks.
You'll figure it out. Yeah, you'll figure it out.
Okay. We got a series of questions I'll read for some of the members here, and then I'll wrap up with my questions this evening.
Yes.
So the first up, we have Terrence. His first question: what blockages do I have that I need to work on clearing the most?
A lot of it is reptilian connections of like the reptilian high councils that you did not always get along with them. So there was some prejudice from them onto you because you were there to make friendship with them, and they weren't that interested in that. You say it's kind of like the UN, like the galactic UN that you're very connected to. So it's just a lot of beings were just not very, like, you would be friendly and others would be like not so much. It's like, gee, what's the point of all this? So you peace treaties, you come with a lot of that. So it's something that you can I guess trust, you can say. Not that I believe you trust people, but trust, I think you're still healing in this incarnation.
Okay, thank you. His second question: are there any messages for me?
You're also part of manifestation timelines, magic timelines that you are bringing in. When and how is not making it. Just you bring things in when you need it, and sometimes it happens instantly. Depends on what it is. Sometimes you wait, sometimes you don't. You don't always notice it. It's not there to be noticed. So it's something that you can think about. It kind of just happens automatically. So it's like your psychic engine is always on. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, I have Emmanuel's questions. His first one: any guidance or messages for me?
Yes, you're part of a magic timeline. Right, yeah, your abilities give it time. part of you wants to feel like you want to manifest all these things at once. Just focus on today, now, and the future will. Yeah, you see the future, you see what you're capable of. You want it right now, but you're still in the development stage. So, but you're on the right track. Just keep, there's some patience there, which is understood. Just keep following your instincts, the things that you're passionate about. Blessings.
Definitely blessings. His second question: any guidance or messages for humanity?
Everything takes time, of course. Your alien connections, yes, can happen any day now. Unlikely in the physical worldwide. You're warming up to it. As for individual connections, the likelihood is getting stronger, but not 100%. But there'll be a time when it happens. You'll hear about it every day. People will get pictures of it, and they'll just be freaking out. But it has not fully manifested itself just yet. Right now, I have this virus that humans are healing at this time, and that is the virus that's going on in China or other places is being manifested by certain individuals for lessons, whatever it is that they need. So, lessons.
Blessings, thank you. Is they're manifested by the individual that's getting the disease? I see.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you. Up next, I have Marvin's questions. His first question: at 37, he says I can't seem to find my way through life on all parts. My finances are bad. I'm discriminated at my job. My love life is a joke, and I can't find happiness. Never had a mutual loving relationship. It's always what I can do for them in all aspects. I'm frustrated. I don't know how to get my way out of these situations. Any messages regarding this?
Well, yes, it's self-love that you're developing. Yes, many look at the external world. Now, understand your alien world that you're connected to is a lot of internal healing you're doing. So, yeah, you're from outer space, basically. So, as you're more focused on that, you forgive yourself. You're kind of hard on yourself, as you can see. Forgive the past, and it'll take some time when you start to see, just like, I don't need all these external things. I have exactly what I need right now, which is not always the easiest, if you understand. But yeah, the reason why things aren't working, it feels like it's broken around you, because when you focus on the little things, then you'll start to have more appreciation. Doesn't mean the world around you will improve, but you'll feel better inside. That's what matters most.
All right, very true. His second question, he says, I want to know, is there a chant or mantra that I can use to ask or get in touch with guides or archangels? I want to be able to actually communicate, or at least get an acknowledgement that I was heard.
Well, we also want to put this out there that your likelihood of connecting to alien energies in the physical is quite high. So your connection to archangel energies and spirit realms is basically through a meditation state. Basically, close your eyes, or whatever you feel, or taking a walk. But just kind of just in the still and just allowing them to connect with you. Sometimes you need to focus on the physical because there's something there you need to learn, so they might not always communicate, but a meditation is probably the best way. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Thank you again for coming in.
Yes.
Bless this evening is me.
Yes.
I was wondering about my Atlantean past is kind of colored, and I've had different perspectives and incarnations there. And I was just looking to see, is there anything that needs to come to my awareness at this moment that's relevant in this incarnation?
Well, you see that, yes, you're part of gave out the warnings. You're kind of like a Atlantean priest, but they don't really call it that, but we'll just use that as a truth seeker, a one of knowledge. Like you're like a walking library, you can say, to an extent, of understanding crystal energies, and just kind of like a monk in some ways, but not exactly.
I was getting a feeling like when you were saying that, was it similar to like Enoch's situation when he was trying to warn the Nephilim?
Yes. Oh yes, Yeah, you're kind of like Atlantean Yoda in some ways. Maybe that's a better way of describing it. But yeah, that didn't look like that. But yeah, but you saw things, but you weren't taken seriously. Well, because there's so much corruption took over Atlantis at the time. Obviously they kept you out for a reason. You're calling them on their shit, basically. So you're healing through a lot of that. It's kind of like if they would just listen, things would have been a lot different right now. So humanity pulled in a lot of Atlantean stupidity, you can say.
Yeah, because that's what I'm feeling. History kind of repeating himself in the same situation we're here, but things are kind of different now. So I'm wondering to see how that energy is reflected nowadays in this present time, and what I can use from the lessons back then going forward now.
Well, you're not doing anything. You're learning from your own mistakes. And it's up to humanity to do it on their own. It's not your responsibility, as you know that. So just keep working on your better of yourself, whatever it might be. Doing things for yourself, traveling. Following your highest good and not worrying about the rest of the world. The rest of the world will figure itself out. It's not your responsibility. It's like you can send out energies. If people are okay with it, fine. If not, no worries.
Yeah, I feel like I'm here as a volunteer.
Yeah. Yes, you're here to clear the road. Well, from your guide's perspective, you're here to clear the shit, basically. It's like you're making a road, and it's up for others to take it or not. You're not trying to push anybody or anything. It's like you're just putting out energy out there, and it's up to them if they want to find it within themselves.
Exactly right.
So, the main thing in this lifetime for you is find peace with yourself.
Right.
And that's the hardest one. Because you hear echoes of the past. Humanity maybe not making itself look too good, as you know. Showing its foolishness. And it kind of echoes in your head too, as you probably know.
Yeah, feelings. Excellent. Well, thank you.
Yeah, some of those are coming to you. Some of those beings are coming to you for assistance. And they come to you crying, basically.
Is that an astral?
Yeah, an astral. So, you're kind of like a therapist in astral. Yeah.
I'm feeling like my dreams these days have been kind of like film strips and montages of multiple interactions with different people, just jumping from interaction to interaction. I can't really put a finger on it, but it seems like I'm helping multitudes of people one after another.
Yeah, you're like an astral therapist. Yes.
Yeah, right. That's interesting. I don't remember any of it, but I remember just the gist of it, the running theme.
Yeah, it's not your normal office where people come in, but that's another way of looking at it. And you can say all the crazies are coming in to you. And is anybody doing any good? No. You talk to them? Nope. Maybe a little bit, but no, they just like to complain, basically. It's a lot of that.
Man, I'm waking up in the morning drained.
Yeah, some of them want to change. Most of them don't. They enjoy the thrill of their chaotic adventure. That's what I see there.
All right, so you're just saying do my own thing and let the world sort itself out.
Focus on yourself. Focus on your own happiness. You're not here to save the world. I mean, here to assist, but not to save it.
Right, gotcha.
Right.
All right, beautiful. Thank you. Blessings.
You all. That was interesting. Nice. Yeah.
I gotta do a blessing.
They'll be back. Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Thank you, Ivan. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, blessings, everyone. Have a great rest of your week. Take care.